Hi there, folks. So this is a quick guide to how to utilize our software tool Perusall that we are going to be using for our workshops. So I'm in our course. I'm actually going to make sure I'm in student view here. Whoops, not that. Sorry. View as student, not immersive reader. So the way that you're going to get into Perusall is over here. You're going to click on this link that says Perusall 1.3, and that is going to open up this. Now, it might look like this, or it might look like this. The two places that you're going to be engaging with Perusall are either through the library or through assignments. You can do either one, because as you all submit your workshop pieces, I will upload them to our course library, but they will each have an assignment affiliated with them where you will give your feedback. Now, what Perusall is Perusall is an annotating tool that allows you to highlight sections of a document and make notes about that very particular spot in the document. So the reason I like to use this in workshops is by virtue of reading your peers' work here and making notes for them, you will be giving and you'll be receiving what I call micro level feedback about particular moments within your work, as well as macro level feedback on the discussion board where people write up notes for you, longer notes for you. Okay, so the way this works now, when you first log in, Perusall is probably going to offer you a very short tour. I certainly encourage you to click through that because it's going to show you similar stuff to this. But if you've watched this video first, you feel like you've got it figured out, you can just exit out of that. So I'm going to start in the assignments tab because I find that the easiest way to navigate this. This was an imported assignment from a previous class. It's just a sample document so that you can see how this works. So you'll be things will be organized by due date. So you'll see all of your workshop pieces in the order that you're expected to read them as listed on our weekly overview pages. So what you're going to do is when you click on the assignment you want, you're just going to click over here where it says work on assignment. So you're going to click this, and this will open it up. And so what you'll see over here is you'll see the instructions, and these are different than what you need to worry about. So make sure you look at your actual instructions, which will generally say check Canvas for the instructions. But what you are going to be doing is, regardless of how long your peers' work is, you are going to make at least 3 notes on their work. So the way that you're going to do this is you're going to see the text in the form of various pages, and it may take a second as it's taking here to sort of actually reveal the full pages to you, but just make sure that you can scroll up and down like normal. So what you are going to do as a reader is you're going to, let's say I want to say something about this paragraph. You're going to highlight a little bit of it, and what will happen is a text box will open up here. And so I might say something like, the descriptions in this paragraph are great, are vivid. And then you can either just hit enter or you can click post comment. So if I just hit enter, my comment is going to be posted. And so then when I'm back over here, comments that I have made, that I have posted, will be yellow. You will know that someone else has commented because there will be highlights that are blue. And so your goal is to find 3 places that don't already have a highlight and to provide some kind of feedback there. What I would generally suggest is keeping your highlights very brief. So even if I want to make a comment about this entire paragraph, I don't want to highlight the whole paragraph because then that'll prevent other people from being able to highlight. Also, try not to highlight over pre-existing highlights because it can become very difficult for someone to see the other highlight, okay? So even if you're talking about a whole paragraph, just highlight a little bit of it. When it is time for you to reply to peers, all you have to do is scroll over a highlight. You can click it and you'll see the initial highlight. So I'm actually going to, so you can see what this looks like, I'm going to leave student view. So I'm going to go back to my home page here. I'm going to figure out how to leave student view. So I'm going to stop impersonating and return to my account, go into our class. And so now if I click on the practice workshop, this looks a little different in instructor view, but if I open it up again, I'll see that there's a highlight. Well, since I made this, it's not going to look any different. But so I'm now myself. And so what I can do is I can comment on and respond and say, I agree, really haunting imagery here. And then push enter. And I've now responded to my peer. Okay, so it'll create a little bit of a conversational discussion of the work itself. Okay, so once we've done all of our workshopping. So I have set up one of the other benefits. I hate to say this about Perusall is you are going to notice that if you try, you can't download or copy and paste anything out of Perusall at the moment. The reason for that, I hate to do this as preventative, is that will in fact prevent. I'm not assuming that anyone intends to do this, but you don't need to worry about your peers doing something naughty, nasty, and downloading the work, sticking it into AI, and having it give them feedback for them, because you can't do it. But once all of our workshopping is over, you will be able to download your feedback. So what you'll do is you'll go into the document, either into the assignment or into the library, and this little icon will show up. And you'll just click download document. And that will allow you to download your whole document and get your feedback. Okay? Now, the downside there is that the feedback document, the document with feedback, is going to be a PDF where you have to have all of your notes come up in pop-ups. And so what you will have to do is you won't be able to print a version that has, oh, I'm sorry, they've changed this. Let me go back. You'll have to use this little icon to download your document with comments. Sorry, that is, they've recently changed the interface. I didn't notice that. So you'll click this one, and what it's going to actually do is it's going to download. It's going to take a second, and then you'll get a link via email. That's right, and then it should go to your Lindenwood email address. The document with those comments in it, and they will be pop-up boxes. So there'll be little boxes that show you that there's a note, and you'll have to scroll over them to see the feedback. So there's unfortunately no way to get a printout of this style where you've got the document here, kind of like you're in a Word document with all of the things popping out from the side. But that's how you'll be able to download your feedback from Perusall. Okay, those are the basics. Again, if you have any questions or uncertainties about using this, all you've got to do is reach out to me, and I will be happy to give you any pointers that you might need. Okay, that's it.